Hey y'all, hello. It is Friday still, y'all. It is Friday. Thank you so much to everybody who came by the live with Dazzle this morning, this afternoon, noonish. I appreciate y'all so very much. You know, there was some things, it was all on me. That was the first one I've ever done. You know, I didn't have the app downloaded. Y'all know I'm working off of my phone, so it was a lot going on, but Dazzle worked with me. Y'all worked with us, so we do appreciate that. I appreciate it. Oh, there y'all go. And I almost knocked over my ice. Okay. So before I get started, I just really wanted to tell y'all thank you for that. Yesterday, yes, my migraine did kick in. That bitch went off. Okay, she went off. So, you know, I took my Excedrin and all of that. I do need to see a neurologist. They used to be so bad that I would have to go to the emergency room. They would give me an IV and medicine, and I'd be out for a couple hours. And then I did have migraine medicine on a few different occasions, but with my insurance going off and on, like, you know, I haven't been taking care of myself, y'all. I'm just gonna tell y'all, my kids, they good. They make sure they go to all their dentist appointments. They are at every doctor appointment. If they got anything going on in between, they good. Me, not so much. So I really need to get on that, and I am. So anyway, I wanted to talk about this situation that is going on with, there's a Miss Beverly that at one time recently was associated with TSCC. And it seems that she has kind of, you know, disassociated herself, and, you know, she's publicly disassociated herself or whatever. So, you know, Wiley has been harassing her. And it's so horrible. So horrible. I listened to this lady on a call with S. Hutchison. And, you know, I really just came to know S. Hutchison, and not know her as a person, but know of her channel, know of her, being aware of her channel. I had heard her name when, you know, I heard Sean Bradley, you know, him speaking on different people and the Vegas Gate thing, and when all that was going on, when people were talking about it and bringing it up again, I heard her name mentioned, basically that she was one of the people that were present at the time. And then I did, you know, I know that she was a supporter of TSCC recently, and, you know, with the TS Madison thing and all of that. So I've kind of just came to know about her through the grapevine, basically, if that's what you want to call it, you know, just down the line. You know, as you watch different people and you hear different names are mentioned, or, you know, there's certain situations that went on, you come to be aware of other people, right? And then you kind of go and check them out. And so, you know, I had my own opinion about S. Hutchison, just as far as her disassociating herself with TSCC, and only because I mean, you know, and people feel how they feel, but, you know, I've been blocked from her channel, you know, and I've talked about that. And basically, my only question was with her bringing other people into her situation that she had with VS. You know, I just feel like, you know, that's how just stuff snowballs and gets messy. You know what I'm saying? When you involve all these different people who really don't have anything to do with what you guys have going on. You know, yes, you have common interest or a common enemy, or, you know, that sort of thing. You have a common mutual friend, you know, Lady Nika. But, or they did anyway. But, you know, so you have mutual people and that you both had situations with, but those people were not present during the time, in the situation that you guys were speaking of and disagreeing on. So that was my thing with that. I'm just like, why include all these other people when they weren't there? But it's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. So, but, as this thing has been going on and on and on, she has been releasing, she records phone calls. So she's been releasing conversations and, just kind of making people aware of what BS has been saying about them. She has released conversations that she's had with Lady Nika, talking about who she's talking about. And, and so here we are with Miss Beverly. So how or why Miss Beverly decided to disassociate herself with TSCC, I'm not sure. I didn't get that part. Or I haven't heard it. I haven't looked for it. So why? It's not really a concern to me. It's what's going on after she decided to do that is my point in speaking about it. Because I just feel like this Wiley person has major issues with people who want to make decisions that are not in agreement with what he likes. See, here's my thing. I was aware of his name, had never went and watched the channel, but I was aware of his name when I heard Armand speak about him. And, so him and Armand were friendly at one point. And, Armand said that, him coming to YouTube, he's had people, bring up YouTube, that this is something that he may need to do or should try or whatever, right? Okay, so he did that, and he wanted to do something where he had a co-host, and so Wiley was his, he wanted him and Wiley to do something together. And for whatever Wiley, I don't know if it wasn't on Wiley's terms or if whatever the reason was that Wiley didn't want to do it, but Wiley was just not on board. And so now, since then, Armand has surpassed him. Okay, fuck it. Went on about his business, moved on. And, since then, Wiley has just been stagnant and staying right now stagnant. Now, I will say that I've seen a lot of people there's a lot of people who support Wiley. And why? I have no idea. Now, I will say that Wiley can seem like he has some kind of sense at some point, because I have watched since then. I've watched, just a few things. And, it seems like when he's talking and saying stuff like, he may have a good point to some things, but his behavior is just out of fucking control. Out of fucking control. Crazy. He just really seems to feel like he can have some type of control over people, or he can intimidate people or scare people. Like he, basically wants to force his way on someone, or whoever he's working with, force their way on them. For him to consistently call and text this woman after she has told them to leave her alone it is a form of harassment that, yes, law enforcement needs to be aware of. And so if it is true that law enforcement had been called and are aware of the situation that is going on, it's people like him and TSCC that will change the rules of YouTube and make it hard. They're already changing the requirements of what you need to become monetized. And it's because, number one, there's a saturation at in any industry or anything that is being done, as far as money is concerned. There is always, once people get wind of it, will spread. And once there's an oversaturation of it, of course, the originator or whoever, heads that industry is going, and whoever has some type of control over requirements and what you need to be qualified, they will make it harder or make it more expensive, or just depending on whatever is needed to, to get your foot in the door. They are going to make it more difficult, because to slow down the saturation, to slow down the growth, to, make it so that us that have been in the situation, and I'm not saying me, but I'm just saying people who have been doing this, it's not like knocking them out the door. And then also, you don't want to get to a point where you're losing. You're paying out so much money to all of these people who aren't really like, pulling it back in, because the whole point in being able to advertise and, pay people for the exposure that they're giving to your company, if there's an oversaturation of it, there's going to be less and less people really pulling that revenue back in. So there's not, so anyway, that's going a little bit deep into it, but there's people like these people that, you won't be able to like get up there so quick. It's going to be harder for you to be able to be a part of what is going on. It is, it's crazy to me. I mean, all of the flagging and all of the, just all of that stuff, when there's an overage of anything, it raises red flags. And then when those red flags are raised, stuff is going to start changing. And it's so horrible that I'm going to tell y'all something. Let me just give you an example. And I'm going to give you a real ass example, okay? And y'all know I'll put me in a situation in a minute, or something personal about me. So let me just tell y'all real quick. There is an opioid epidemic, right? Okay, so, a lot of that stuff is sold on the street. People, they get prescriptions from their doctors and they don't take them, or, they don't take as many of them. So what do? They sell them on the street to make a profit, right? Okay, so if anyone has ever heard of these pill mills, these doctors who have gotten busted for, for giving out these prescriptions without any good reason, taking cash payments, double charging, insurance companies, all of that kind of stuff, right? So pharmacies, they see that, this one doctor's name is just on all these different narcotic medications, that are being prescribed. That gets turned in. So, there's multiple ways that these doctors and these people get caught. And then, but now you have this medicine that is just out here floating around in the streets, getting sold in the streets, right? So, but what is it? It's an oversaturation. That's how they get caught. Okay, so everybody, you hear about this doctor that, all you got to do is pay $200 for your appointment, and he gonna write you a script, right? So you you make your appointment, you're going to the doctor, you're getting your script. Next thing you know, you tell this person, you might tell your cousin, you telling everybody in your family. The next thing you know, it's spreading, and just your whole hood is at the doctor. You go to the doctor, it's like a damn reunion. You just see every fucking body, right? Okay, and so, but doctors get greedy. People tell everybody, can't keep shit to themselves. And so here you go, where this gets shut down. It cuts off your income. Doctor, he said, fuck y'all, I ain't losing my license. I'm sticking to the, you know what I'm saying? So, but anything, when it spreads, when too many people know about it, people just fuck up shit, right? You can't never have anything good and make it even better. No, you get these people who ain't used to shit. You get these people who don't know how to fucking act, don't really have no type of home training, no type of qualifications, no type of real sense. putting themselves on here in front of a fucking camera, putting their voice and their fucked up ass opinions and no morals and everything else, doing all this fucked up shit on here. And then what is going to happen is the shit is going to get shut down eventually, and you're going to have to do such and such and this and this and that. They're going to make it hard as hell. You know, they may start doing background checks. They may start doing all types of shit that's going to cut a lot of these people off of here because of dumbass people that they just don't know how to fucking act. And these are grown adults. Grown adults. A lot of them are parents. A lot of them have jobs. They're out here supposed to be members of their community, tax-paying citizens, and they come on here acting a whole fucking fool. Harassing grown-ass people. You're a grown-ass person harassing another grown-ass person because they don't want to be bothered with you. Because they disagree. They don't like what you got going on, so they separate them fucking selves. And here your big raggedy grown-ass self come, think that you just gonna just fucking just make somebody do what the fuck you want them to do. Like, who the fuck are you? These damn people who so-called follow you, support you, got your head so fucking big, and your common sense so fucking far up your ass that you can't see clearly, and you can't see past your wrongdoing. Y'all so blinded by a fucking dollar. And oh, we can do this. And oh, we can do this. And because I can make $300 in a day, I must be some fucking body. Bitch, you ain't nobody. You're nobody. You're nobody when you get to the point where you feel like you are so much of somebody that you can control another grown person's actions and wanting to go off on their own and make their own damn decisions. Somebody you probably ain't never met before in real life. Somebody who just has a change of mind, has a change of heart. They said, you know what? This ain't for me. This ain't for me. I came on here. I started for this reason. I was with it for this reason. But you know what? I ain't really feeling that no more. I ain't really feeling that no more. I don't want to be bothered with that. Let me just go on over here where, you know, I kind of like that flow a little bit better. It's kind of like, you know, the beginning of when I came on here in the first place. This woman has made a choice to simply separate. And you know what's so funny to me is TSCC, they're so quick to block a person. They want you to pay some money to get unblocked. They feel like they got so many people in line. I already got too many people. What did she say about me, y'all? What did she say about me? Oh, I really could use you as a tool. Bitch, you can't use me as shit. Bitch, I'm grown as fuck, and it ain't nothing that you can say to me or do for me. Bitch, I'm a little couple $100 or $50 or whatever the fuck you be giving to people, bitch. I'm laid the fuck off and broke as fuck and bitch, you can't tell me shit for no 50, no nothing dollars. That raggedy ass $2,000, like, bitch, what is that, a month worth of bills? Like, you think somebody gonna sell their soul for a month worth of bills? And I don't care who gets offended by this, because if you're offended, it's obvious that I must be touching a nerve and I must be saying something right. Because if you can be bought for $50, if you can be bought for any couple little dollars on YouTube, if you can compromise your character and who you are for a couple dollars, bitch, you ain't shit. And that goes for anybody. If you can be compromised by a bitch you ain't never touched, felt, kikied with in person, bitch, You know what I'm saying? If we in the same store, in the same line, bitch, I probably wouldn't even know that's you. If you can compromise your character for a person that means nothing to your direct life, your intermediate, like your circle, like your real life shit that you got going on. Like, how low can you be in your life to where you just need any attention from any fucking where? That they can just give you $50, a couple $100, bitch, they can pay your phone bill for the month and you just, okay. Like, who the fuck? Bitch, my phone bill is $250 a month. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Talking about you got this in a pot, and yeah, and I could send you this, and yeah, I mean, that's what makes a person feel like they somebody. If that's what you need to make it feel like that you're doing something in life, like, what is your life? What does your life really mean? You must don't got too much of good shit going on. People take the littlest shit. Me and my friend, whose birthday today, we was just talking yesterday. And we were like, she was telling me about this guy that she works with. And we were just talking about him. Just like, dude, you so happy that you got a fucking apartment. You got your own place. You grown as fuck. You supposed to have a place. You're supposed to have a home. You're supposed to have a vehicle. You're supposed to have income coming in. Like, you're supposed to work. Like, you're supposed to have, that's the minimum bare basics of adulthood that you're supposed to have. Of just living day to day. That's what you're supposed to have. So if anybody is bragging about, I have my job, I have my vehicle, I have my home, you supposed to. You ain't doing shit that you ain't supposed to do. What you supposed to get, a cookie? You supposed to get the best adult award because you got a fucking house, a roof over your head? Because you have a vehicle to transport your children? Like, that is what you're supposed to have. So, if you feel so great, it's either you're not used to much, or you just ain't that much of a person, just fucking period. Or you ain't from much, like, because, like I said, we talking about this guy, he grown as fuck, grown ass man. He out here searching for pussy, you know what I'm saying? He wanna find a woman, and he wanna fuck, and you know, he wanna try to talk to somebody, but I got my own place, and I be on the balcony, and lame as fuck. Lame. Like, it's amazing to me that what excites people. Like, it's so amazing to hear what excites people and how they big up themselves on the littlest shit. And then how you show who you are as a person for you to treat people like you got some fucking control over them. Like, let people fucking go. If your group is just so much of every fucking thing and you got people lined up to be in it, if you got people lined up to use them for whatever you need to use them for, then when somebody wants to leave, let them the fuck go. Quietly, with no problem. Let them the fuck go on about their business and get you somebody else that's in that line. What the fuck is the problem? Ooh, Sonic, good ice. What is the problem? I'm just going to say this. If Tracy sees this, if somebody who watches me sees this, that can get to Miss Beverly, you know, shout out to S. Hutchinson for helping this lady. Shout out to Tracy for, you know, giving her a platform, giving her a second chance. You know, and shout out to Miss Beverly, because God got you, baby girl. And right now they making it like you leaving a bad, abusive relationship. That's what they making it feel like you just can't get away from these motherfuckers. You know, I heard Nicole Tyler when she was talking about Vonnie, and she's like, I had the courage to break away, break free. Like, and I was talking about her like, what the fuck? Y'all making it seem like it's so fucking hard. Like, just, you ain't gotta say nothing. Just click off, unsubscribe, block numbers, don't answer. Like, I don't understand. I'm like so much of a cut off person. Like, I don't understand. I don't get shit like this, you know. And I just really want to anybody, because it doesn't mean it's so crazy. Like, and I'm not saying be like me, because, you know, I'm barely close to people in my real life, just because, you know, like, it to me, I just like my peace. I like my peace. I like my alone time. Like, right, I'm the happiest when ain't nobody in here. And then I love being in the kitchen and everybody's home and I'm cooking and stuff like that. And then that's my happy place. And then, like, now, like, when I have my little alone time, everybody out doing what they doing, I'm at home, I can chill, I can move around and do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I like that time. So for me, it's just like, to just not answer my phone ain't shit. To not answer emails, I just now started looking at emails because I was putting in applications, and because of like YouTube and stuff, people are emailing me on YouTube. I'm trying to stay up on more on that, because even they'll tell you like, damn, the bitch might not answer till later on that night or the next day, and it's not on purpose. I made that email so that I know, like, in this email it's going to be something from YouTube. But I mean, outside of that, it's like, if you don't want to be bothered with somebody, especially when it's somebody that's in the internet, they ain't about to come knocking on your door. Open up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even then, like, bitch, gone. You know, I mean, I just really hope that, you know, she can just separate herself, move the fuck on, live her life, and just forget these people. You know, I don't know how deep it was for her. All I know is this aftermath shit is fucked up to me. Now, I'm not going to go back. I don't want to know her dealings with them. I don't want to know anything she was involved in. I don't want to know none of that shit. All I'm interested in is the shit that has happened since she's just tried to just go on about her business. You know, and my suggestion to people who try to separate from other people that they don't want to be bothered with, don't make no announcement. Don't make that announcement. You don't even got to say, well, you know, and all of that, bless you and I wish you well. Don't say none of that shit. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what's going on with you from here, from there. All I know is I'm out. Like, you don't make an announcement. Just don't. Just click the button, click the necessary buttons to block, unfollow, whatever the fuck you got going on, whatever the connection is, wherever the communication is happening at, just cut it all off. And just move forward. If they missing you or come looking for you and notice that you ain't been around or whatever, just don't even fucking answer. Leave it alone. You don't have to give anybody any explanation for why you don't want to be bothered anymore. You just don't. You don't owe anybody that. Because it's a personal decision. And if you don't want to be bothered with them anymore, what are you telling them something for? What are you explaining for? Like, what, if you get to a point where you don't want to be bothered with somebody for, what is it that they can say in that conversation that will change your mind? And if there is something in that conversation that will change your mind, then you truly don't want to not be bothered with them anymore. You're just kind of annoyed or irritated with them. But if you are to a point where, you know, you just really ain't feeling a person, you really don't want to be associated with a person anymore, there's really no reason why you owe them any type of explanation or owe any big announcement that you're separating yourself or any of that. And so I'm just going to leave this at here because this has been too long anyway. I appreciate y'all so very much. Please cut ties with people that don't serve you any good. Just do it. Just do it. Okay? Whatever it takes. You cannot put any price on peace of mind. Okay? You cannot put a price on peace of mind. And once you truly find your peace of mind, it's going to take a lot for you to let a motherfucker to break that or ease their way into that. I'm telling you, once I found my peace of mind, I wouldn't give a fuck who's calling on that other line. I just wouldn't. You know, it's just, you'll hear from me when I want you to hear from me. But you know, you have to take that for yourself, because you only get one life. You only get one life, and life is what you make it. You know, regardless of what you think, life is what you make it. Now, it's fucked up shit that will happen every day that you don't have no control over, but it's all about how you deal with situations. It's all about the choices that you make. Okay? It's all about that. And regardless if you made bad choices, good choices, whatever, the outcome is what you make it. You know, and we all fuck up. But it's about moving forward. Okay? So I love y'all. I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.